Welcome to the first qualifier between Punjab Kings and RCB. I'm going to be playing with RCB in this one. We are playing at Molanpur, which is actually a pretty underrated stadium. We have not played a lot of matches here at all. Well, hopefully we can put up a big score because anything under 200 is just not enough, not at all against this AI. We need at least 200 plus. Outside edge, well, that will help. First ball, a boundary to get things going. Not the most well controlled shot or anything like that, but we'll take the boundary. It's gonna come from around the wicket, which is actually a little annoying. If he pulls there, it is easy. Why did I miss that? That should have been boundary number 2 right there. Edged, gone. Beautiful delivery. Nothing wrong with the shot either. I have managed to time it somewhat well, but I don't know what happened. Maybe it should have been on the back foot. Other than that, didn't really do much wrong. We lose a wicket very cheap. Things are not looking good. We need 200 runs. We can't be losing wickets this early. Cut off the front foot. Another outside edge. Ideal, and I still edge it. What is even going on? At least we'll get the boundary. If that went to the slip fielder, I would have been pissed. That's been picked over the infield. Poor footwork. How that was literal perfection right there. Went back and just picked it over the infield on the offside. Full toss. This is going a long way. That is an easy ball, especially with no one deep on the offside. Almost a free hit. Even if I mistimed it completely, I'd probably still get a boundary. But here we nailed it. Outside edge goes fine, and that will be another boundary. Things are starting to pick up. We are scoring runs in a hurry. Not everything is coming off the middle, but we don't care. Full, and with the angle is coming from around the wicket. It just picked it over the leg side and deposited it into the crowds. That's another big hit. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been another boundary right there, but very slow on that occasion. 6-4 and 6, and another wide on top of it. Bowls a full toss. This is going as well. This will be another boundary. What an over this has been. That's a good looking shot. Probably won't be 4, but I think we should be able to come back for 2 easily. The run rate is at 14.3. Not bad. Thanks to that last over. Flicked fine. Have I got it fine enough? I think I have, because he's not standing at fine leg, but that ball has slowed down and stopped on its own. So we'll have to come back and settle for 3. There is a gap there behind square on the leg side. I try to pick that gap. Instead, I'll miss the ball completely. That is as plumb as it gets. I missed a straight delivery. Nothing on the nothing special. It was as straight as it gets. And look at that. What happened there? Punched up the back foot. This is gone behind square on the offside, and it'll get us 4. A classy looking shot. It usually doesn't go there. This has been pulled, but not pulled very well. And it'll just be 1. I thought it'd come back for 2. It wasn't even in the gap. That's hit. Ah, that is my favorite shot, no doubt about it. Good length, and it's been picked, flicked out of the stadium almost. That has gone a long way. Look at that. Such a good looking shot as well, off length. First ball of spin, outside edge, but it will go in the gap. Thankfully, they have no one at slips. That's been picked off the back foot, glanced, but I think it was flat and fast, so couldn't really connect well. That's been hit with the turn. Probably one of the hardest shots against spin, and we pulled it off well. That over was a little too quiet. We needed something there, and we get a boundary. Shot, try to open the face. I don't know how it ended up to deep square leg, maybe off the back of the bat. Shot again. I have somehow hit it from the wide line on the offside and have given a simple catch to short mid wicket. That was such dumb shot selection. I could have ramped it, left it alone, pulled it along the ground, but I failed to do all that. Instead, I'll give catching practice to that one fielder in the ring on the leg side. Late cut completely in control this time, and it has gone fine. Once again the ball slowed down, but this time it will trickle into the ropes. Try to go for a pull. That was too fast, I guess. This is gone. Well, bring in a new ball, because that ball has hit the sky, it seems, because I don't know what it hit, and came back an invisible ball there. Oh, beautiful. What a comeback that was. Pitches on leg and turn square. Perfect Yorker. Can we come back for two? I think we should. If he throws to the keepers and we're in trouble, he won't. So we'll get through. That's a lovely drive on the up and in the gap as well. Had he run like a normal person, I think he could have stopped it. Instead, he'll jog behind it and let it go away. Is this gone? No, not even going to appeal. I guess it was off the body. I thought it went straight up off the gloves. That's played with the turn beautifully, but it'll just be one. They have all the protection in the world in front of the wicket on both sides. That's been hit. Proper jump, and that would have been gone. Instead, we will get a boundary. That was so very close. This partnership is growing nicely. We do not need to lose a wicket right now. This is gone between his legs, and it was a full toss. This is probably gone, I think. It's gone over the infield barely, but it'll still be a one bounce four. That over ends up being not that bad. That's a good hit. Awful ball. And I think it has gone over the ropes, I hope. No, it has not. It'll just be four. That deserved 6. 50 of 37. Not the fastest 50, but this has been an amazing and useful partnership. 16 overs gone. Use the pace ramp and hit very fine, and it will beat the fielder. A clever shot. Even with the fielder there, we managed to find the gap. That's almost a near perfect Yorker, and we've dug it out of the hole and put it away. That was a slow ball, I think, or maybe an off cut or something. I don't know how I managed to time it that well. We are going in our merry ways. Another 3 overs left. We have to do as much damage as we can. 4.4.4. I guess this is going to be a dot ball. It is not. It's going to be another massive hit that hits the invisible sky. They're going to go with spin now in the 18th over. But we have 7 wickets in hand. We can literally swing at everything. This is going nowhere. Maybe falls in no man's land. It won't. And this wonderful partnership has got to come to an end. This has been a real savior for us. But I don't think it matters. The wicket does not matter right now. We have enough batsmen left for 3 overs to literally swing at everything. Look at that for a ball. Well, that's something you would expect from a non-bowler. That should have been hit away for 6. This one was a little flat, so couldn't get underneath it, but we'll still sneak through for a single. Full toss, and this is going a long way. Another big hit. Can't afford to bowl full tosses like that. Look at this for a 50. 22 balls and 4 sixes and 4 massive sixes as well. 2 overs left. We need to at least get above 200. Hopefully we can get to like 210, 215, but that is a long way away. This will certainly help a boundary of the first ball. Hit down. This is probably out, or maybe lands before the fielder. No, it won't. A simple catch at long off. I should have just kept on hitting it through the leg side or the offside. Instead I tried to go down the ground, and it fails miserably. Pulled and pulled nowhere. Looked like it was going in the gap. In the end, it does not. Not the greatest start to the last over, but again, as I said, wickets don't matter. We have plenty of batsmen left, especially for 5 balls now. Hit inside out. This is not going anywhere either. What a final over this has been. We've literally managed to hit nothing anywhere. Everything has been a miss hit. Last ball, we have managed to get above 200, but barely. A 6 here would be really helpful though. Now nothing doing. I could have left that and gotten at least 1 wide, but instead we'll have to settle for 202. Not bad at all, especially for us, and we only managed to lose 6 wickets. This has been somewhat of a miracle innings. Let's see if it is enough. This is probably a 50-50 match even so. First ball from around the wicket. Let's try to get it swinging out. Miss. Playing a miss first ball, but you can see all 3 stumps, so no chance of an LBW there. And went for the pull. That goes under the bat. Some swing as well. Inside edge, and that will be 4. That was a good delivery. We've been on the mark over and over again. This time Punjab will get lucky. Tries to go big down the ground, doesn't get any elevation, but that's what happens when you hit straight. And I think that went right through the bowler. Cotton ball chance, maybe he gets injured, something like that would have been nice. Instead, the ball I think has gone right through his body. Swings out, hopefully that's not a wide. It is not. Well done. Why does everyone look like they're wearing an orange cap? That's been slapped. Ugly shot. Fielder comes around, he might stop it. He stops it. What's going on? This fielder sprinted properly, then stopped the ball properly, and then stayed inside the rope as well. Stylish flick through the leg side, but it will just be 1. We have been on the mark. Falls on the stumps. Hit down the ground. Not a bad ball at all, but an amazing shot. As straight as humanly possible. They need to move on. They are a long way away and they've started slow. That's a good Yorker. I thought he could jump and take it, but it has actually cleared him comfortably. Pulled. As he pulled it straight to... Yes, but it'll go on 1 bounce. Lucky break there. That's a good shot. Every one of these straight shots has gone barely over the mid-off or mid-on fielder. It has been teasing both of them, but then in the end going over their heads. Short bat onto the helmet, proper bouncer there, varied the length and it works out. Inside out, that was 142 Ks. You can't play inside out shots against 142 Ks. Pulled. This time it might actually carry. He's gotten away with it a couple of times, but this time it goes down the lap of backward square leg. We'll finally get the first one. They've been very lucky. Also been very patient for some reason, chasing 200. But there goes the opening partnership. Oh, what a ball. What a ball that was. Short, and that's pulled. And again pulled straight to deep square leg. And of the final ball of the power play, we'll get another one. 2 wickets in that over. First ball and last ball, same shot, same fielder, and 2 wickets. Not bad. Not a bad power play at all. We managed to keep the scoring rate low and we picked 2 wickets as well. Goes for a slog sweep. Is it in the gap? It is not timed well at all. Suddenly the ground actually looks pretty big. It was small when we were batting. 36 of 30 is not enough. Chasing 200, not at all. Another dot ball. We are really piling on the pressure here. That's good. That is too good. Didn't turn much, but that length was just perfect. Why is nobody moving except the batsman? Look at that. Pitches and then goes straight on. Not a lot of turn, but look at that length. Such an annoying length. Top of off. Goes for a sweep. Misses leg stump, I think. Pretty close even so. Misses top of off again. Look at that foot turn. This one has actually turned square, and once again perfect delivery. Top of off stump, as good as it gets. It's not even looking like a challenge here. 4 for 66. Still a long way away from 203. They need a miracle here, and that is not something they need. They lose their captain as well to a pretty straight ball. Pretty full ball as well. That probably should have been smacked away for 6. And instead we'll get wicket number 5. Even with a miracle, they'll probably fall short right now. Edge drop. Has he taken it off bounds? He's not, I don't think so. Edged and another drop. This one was as simple as it gets, right down his lap. But you got 5 wickets, so a drop catch won't really hurt us. 2 drop catches in a row though. Okay, there we go. That is chance number 3. No one's going to even pick up the ball. 3 balls and 3 failed chances. 2 drops and a stumping chance gone begging. Comes down again. Edge this time. The keeper actually takes it. Finally. He had 4 chances. 4 chances he gave us in 1 over. This is not even going to be close. If they manage to get to 150 from here, it would be an achievement. That's swept powerfully, and it will be 4. Perfect Yorker. I don't know how he's managed to get underneath it and hit it that long. That was such a good ball. Slog swept. I've tried that shot a lot. It has not worked. That is, I think, the first time it has actually resulted in a boundary. With the angle, with the cutter, picked over. Square leg, but this is probably too little, too late. This is going down the ground. This is another big one. Do they still have a chance? I don't think so. This is too much. 22 balls, 96 is not happening, but another few more of these in a row. Flicked, but not flicked well enough. That will be number 7. This partnership was growing. Probably wouldn't have resulted in a win either way, but we'll break this partnership, and now it is officially over. That's over the infield, and it will be 4. Last over starts off with a bang. What a Yorker, right under the bat. Nothing you can do against that. It's a good hit. This might be another boundary. They have really picked up in these last 2-3 overs, but the problem was the match was lost way before that. Last ball, they need 50 runs. We have successfully managed to contain them to 154. Usually never possible. You get anything under 200, you lose the match, but here we've actually managed to win by a big margin, 50 runs almost. I hope you enjoyed this one. This wasn't really a thriller. Click the video on screen to see an absolute T20 thriller. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.